Sinisterism is about finding the primal aspects of the left-hand path, primal in history, primal in the psyche, thus obtaining truth. Thomas Leroy.
Greetings, my friends, and welcome back to your dose of sinister heathenry. But for those new to the channel, I'm Thomas Leroy, founder of the International Left-Hand Path organization, the Sect of the Horn God. The Sect is an educational foundation created to not only make those with the black flame aware of its glow, but to also restore the shadow aspects to the ancient gods by going deep into the past, not only historically, but also psychologically. For the primordial depths of the psyche are limitless. So, if this sounds interesting, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to learn more, join the organization, the Sect of the Horn God, at the link down below. Thank you. Okay, I'd like to start off by thanking those who have recently donated to the organization and to this channel. I'm flattered that you would do so. You're a fine group of heretics. But with the many worthy heathens out there, there's still a plethora of petty little practitioners standing on the path, whining and stomping their feet like shitty little kids. You know, the type you see at Walmart. I've mentioned this many times in many videos, but I feel a need to return to this topic because something's coming. And you who say you're on the left-hand path need to man up quickly. Some of you more experienced practitioners know what I'm talking about when I say something's coming, don't you? This sense of what is to come is more prescience than clairvoyance. It's a sensation. You can feel it, that shift in the collective unconscious. But more on that later. Like many of you, I'm on Facebook. I don't post much. I'm mainly on there to see how the sect members are doing and answer any questions they or others might have. But I also use it to keep up what's going on in the left-hand path community. I like to know what the average person on the path is up to, what they're thinking. And boy, I'm still disappointed. I'm starting to wonder if some of you should pick a different path because you're going nowhere on this one. Why are you wasting your time with a philosophy you obviously don't understand? You have a gift and you don't know how to utilize it. You think it's about being a defiant little shit when there's so much more to it. I see you. Like you who are invited to a dinner at a family member's home and they begin to pray, so you roll your eyes, huff and puff, lecture them on slave morality, and then post about it on Facebook where your half-wit friends respond with a "Hail Satan." You're in someone else's home. Show some dignity. Show some fucking respect. You're supposed to be the higher being, the higher person. Act like it. What's even worse is the Satanist who acts like a prick at a funeral and then brags about it. I wore my Baphomet pendant at my uncle's funeral and some people didn't like it, so I told them to fuck off. That isn't cool. Understand that all you're doing is showing your insecurities. or those of you who demand respect from the status quo and then complain when you don't get it. What you fail to grasp is that by being on this path, you have willingly disconnected philosophically and psychologically from conventional society. Instead of being the higher man or woman, you're like the 9-year-old who says they're running away from home, shoves a peanut butter and jelly sandwich into their backpack along with a pair of underwear, goes out on the front lawn, and then complains when mommy doesn't announce when dinner's ready. Now, some of you are new to all this, and I get it. But as you mature on this path, you'll realize in the big picture, it doesn't matter what others believe. I understand that some of you come from a tough Christian fundamentalist background and went through a lot of shit. But if you're going to stay on this path, you have to be the bigger man or woman. Accept the fact that different people need different belief systems to get through the day, to get through life. It's like some individuals need antidepressants or meditation or whatever to stay sane. Everyone's different. Understand the basic fact that most people need a shepherd, and a wolf doesn't get mad at sheep for being sheep. Let me repeat that. Most people need a shepherd, and a wolf doesn't get mad at sheep for being sheep. I realize that if you are new to all this, you'll go through that angry phase. We all did. But growth is what a path is all about. And what I'm doing with this channel and the organization, the sect of the Horn God, is preparing you for not only the path ahead, but for what is to come. Because like I said, something's coming. I know many of you can feel it, but most choose to ignore it and go along with their lives thinking or telling themselves all will be okay. But it's not going to be okay. There's something in the collective unconscious, a turmoil. We know it because we're in touch with the deeper aspects of consciousness, that which transcends the limits of common knowledge. It's like the geologist who knows an eruption is coming. We can feel the mini quakes in the collective unconscious, and we can feel their intensity building toward something. Don't get me wrong, I'm not one of those who's gonna march around with a sign saying the end is near. I'm not like your evangelical grandma who believes we're on the eve of the rapture. What I'm saying is, we who have been on this path for a while have gone places few will ever go, deep into the psyche, deep into the many layers of that which is called consciousness. Most people, though, survive on the surface, living a hushed existence. They only relate to that which is outside of them, because in their limited perspective, all of existence is outside of them. They don't understand that this ephemeral realm is only the topmost layer. It's as if they've been dropped on the roof of a building and then think, that's it, unaware of the many floors below them. We've ventured into the depths. We've heard and felt the rumblings. And with that awareness, it gives us the choice of either being consumed by what is to come, or we can, as the Hindus say, ride the tiger. But in our case, it would be the Leviathan. You can either be like a lost child or be like the ancient shamans, those who were aware of the flow of the psychic currents, those who communed with the spirits of the underworld, the archetypes of the collective unconscious and come to an awakening. Simply put, you have a choice on this path. Either grow up or be devoured. So stop being petty and utilize your occultic gifts and prepare for what is to come. In conclusion, my friends, can you feel the rumblings? Do you have a sense that something catastrophic is just over the horizon? Leave your comments down below and let's get a conversation going. I'm curious what you think. Until next time.